as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so we don't have to have the tough convo. I am your host, Coco, and of course, we have my amazing co-host, Big Boscoe from the Bronx.
Yo, I can't even do it right.
Ellen.
I was supposed to be like that. Please, dad, my bad. I ain't never done it in my life. First time ever.
I see we already got Fallon watching. I'm not sure who watching on your end, but today we're gonna do things organically, so to speak. So technically, I'm in the hot seat, but we're gonna have organic conversation, genuine conversation. Yeah. So I'm gonna just set the. There are technically no rules, but I'm gonna say what the rules are. Y'all can ask me whatever y'all want to know. Whatever you send me a message about, you can comment. I might address today. Um, yeah, we're gonna have some fun. So if my co-hosts have anything for me that you want to know, we good. So of course we're gonna start. Okay, so before we start, yes, Justin, I'm glad you asked that question. So before we start, one of the things that has been coming through my DM, especially before I took my little hiatus, and I didn't do this last week, but thank you, Bosco, for holding it down.
Oh yeah.
You did amazing. You know I love you and appreciate you for that. I needed that.
Appreciate it.
But there was a question about, for everyone, I do know how to pronounce specifically, but however, at times I have to do this. There's an inside joke behind
I don't know,
specifically.
Fallon. She asked what was that.
Fallon knows what's behind specifically. So certain people know what's behind specifically. So Justin, you want to show the people how, we got to do the whole specifically.
Specifically. Okay, I got this. Which is why Abraham Lincoln, Pacific Ocean. Oh my God, bitch.
Let's keep the show going.
Okay, now we're going to specifically start the show.
We'll get the Pacifics. Like the facts.
We are going to specifically and be very Pacific tonight in our responses. If you guys want to be politically correct, by all means do so. Bosco, I can't see your feed, so if you get anything that people want to know, got a question for me,
oh yeah,
I'm available. So we're going to start with Bosco thoughts.
Oh damn, I forgot. But okay. I want to speak on a certain subject that I always stay on, but I'm just gonna ruffle the feathers right out the gate. Let me get it out there, y'all. I like Lizzo. Okay, I think she's very talented. I'm happy she's being successful. I really do. The problem I have, and I know y'all women gonna come for me, but it's all good. I want all that smoke y'all got, but this is not for all of you. Get that out there. Let me take my glasses so I can look y'all right in the eye. My allergies are messing with me, so my eyes are tearing. Look, y'all, I love y'all, but cut the bullshit. And what I'm saying is, stop lying to each other. Okay, stop lying. This is why they say women lie. Stop lying to us. Now I know men do it too, but the one thing about us men, we keep it real with each other. If we got on something that don't look right or it's too tight, like yo, homie, it's just whack. We'll tell us. But y'all have to stop lying each other to empower each other. Because you know why? You're giving people false hope in themselves. You're making them feel a certain way, and you know it's not genuine. You want to be genuine about what you say. Stop telling Lizzo she's gorgeous when she goes out there with a thong on in front of millions of people. Because you know why? Y'all know damn well y'all wouldn't do it. If you got a man, you know he ain't going for it. If you got a girlfriend, you know she ain't going for it. Stop lying. Why you always lying? Stop lying. If she puts on a bathing suit, knowing she's like a size 39, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I'm fat shaming, I'm just keeping it 100. But she tries to put on a size 16, my favorite size for women. I love black women who like wear size 16. I like bigger women. Stop lying and say she's gorgeous. You know why? Because before she came out, you same women, not all of you, I'm going to always say not all because it's definitely not all. You same women were saying about the same of other women, she knows she need to put something on. How's she going to go out there? Even if the chick that walked down the street in your own neighborhoods. You said, you see her, she looks so nasty. Now, don't give it to Lizzo because she got money. Because she got the same body. She probably got the same scent. I'm keeping it 100, y'all, and I know y'all going to come for me, but I'm just keeping it 100. She probably got the same body scent as that person you trashing who's just an average, everyday person. Stop lying. Me, myself, I would like to see her lose weight. Why? Because two things. We know how the business is. They love you one day. The next moment, they don't want nothing to do with you. They get rid of you, and they got another star coming through. And when her star fades, what are y'all going to say now? And another reason I want her to lose the weight, health-wise. You know how we are. I'm 6'1", 270. I'm a big guy. We got a lot of stuff that going on with ourselves. And when we encourage people to live an unhealthy life, what are we doing? We're enabling them. We're helping them basically kill themselves. I mean, I wouldn't say, yo, Lizzo, you need to lose some weight. But I would say things in a polite way. Stop encouraging her to be self-destructive to herself because whatever. Cut with this pseudo-feminism. And if you're going to be a feminist, be a feminist. Empower women. Don't lie to them and mask it as empowerment. Empower women. Encourage them to do the right thing. Just like us guys, we need to encourage us men as well. Stop encouraging self-destructive behavior. Now I'm ready for the smoke.
Hello, Boscoe. How are you?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So is this how we gonna start it off like this? I mean, to reply or not to reply is my thought. I think I want to reply briefly before I get into what I wanted to say. So I hear you.
Tiara?
However, I think sometimes the full delivery is not accurate. Let me explain. You know how when we always talk about
Delay.
selective outrage and things like that. With me? It's a delay with me?
It's a real bad delay that I can't even. It might be on my end.
With me?
It's a real bad delay. I mean,
can y'all hear me?
Your words like cracking up.
I'm gonna log off and come back on because
that's
what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna log off.
In a minute. Okay. Well, while she's logging off, Tiara, what's up, Tiara? That's true. You don't have to be big to be unhealthy. That's true. I agree 100%. The point I'm making is the appearance. Okay, would you allow? Okay, she goes to like NBA games with thongs on, knowing there's kids in the crowd. Are you cool with your kids seeing that?
Hold up, I'm back.
That's
I'm
what I'm
back.
getting at.
I'm back.
Okay,
I'm back.
go ahead.
Oh, let me say what I got to say. So,
But
and
I just want to finish addressing Tierra. It's not bad. She just has some questions. If someone wants you to lose weight, I would lose weight. Like I'm losing weight for health wise. Now, if you don't want to do it, so be it. I mean, I have nothing against that. I'm not criticizing a person for being big. I'm a big guy. What I'm saying is how you present yourself. Are you gonna go out in the street and wear a thong with a jacket on, knowing there's kids walking up and down the street? Are you gonna go to a basketball game and just literally pull up your thing and show your ass to everybody? That's what I'm saying. It's called, if you're gonna empower yourself as a black woman, don't you want respect? You have to earn that respect. You can't do disrespectful things and say, no, respect me as a black woman. Why am I gonna respect you and you're not? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I'm whispering.
I can't hear you.
I'm trying to get you.
Oh. No. I was addressing. No, Tierra was asking questions, and I was just answering the questions. That's why. But go ahead. What you gonna say?
All right, let me get it out. Am I clear? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You were just cracking up last time.
Okay. So what I wanted to say was, you know how we always talk about selective outrage. I think when it comes to women and weight and representation, there's a lot of selective outrage. And I know I know, huh?
I said they're not getting what I'm trying to say.
No. Let me.
No, not you. I'm talking about the message.
No, I get it. Let me just go. Yeah. So I know you use Lizzo as a reference, and I think when we use that reference, that's not to say who's to say that a plus size woman, what it comes off as when you think about it, and when you say women stop empowering people, why should we stop empowering another woman to be confident, to not be insecure? Why should we encourage insecurity because she's not in a certain weight class, right? So again, Tierra made a great point. I think it was Tierra. Just because you are a little bit more weight on you does not mean you're unhealthy. I know a lot of skinny people. Now, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying it doesn't mean that you're unhealthy, but a lot of people go to the health thing, but at the same time, it comes off as you're not you per se, but it comes off as though people are degrading that person, or it becomes like insulting. It's not uplifting. It's not encouraging. Right. So I think sometimes the delivery. Even though it's harsh, and I know people say the truth hurts, this is that and the third, but people don't hear that, and you don't know what that person goes through in their everyday life. Like she battles like depression and things like that, and we continuously use that. I'm a plus size woman. I'm a big woman, so I have insecurities. So some women, I might say, okay, you walking down the street. I know a lot of big women that can dress. I know a lot of small women. Just because you got a big butt don't mean that shit looks right. Just because you are small does not mean you can show your body off more than the next person. It still looks stank. Stank is stank, class is class.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So, but it gets misconstrued when you just use Lizzo. Just say overall, because it doesn't matter the body size. And just because a person is comfortable in, like some people like to wear crop tops, right? Even if they got the body for it, it may not be for me, but I can't fault the next person for wearing it. I made a post today, and I know it pissed a lot of people off. I really don't care. We tend to focus on the wrong shit instead of uplifting, encouraging, whereas though we don't have insecurities. When you pick at certain things about people in general, you don't know what people go through mentally or within their own personal lives, and that may make them feel good. You get what I'm saying? But then it's like, oh shit, I'm fully dressed now. That was an occasion that happened years ago. People still beating her up for that. Okay, when she's performing, do she wear certain things? Yes. But one thing you can't take away from that woman, no, don't let her weight outshine her talent. Don't let her weight outshine her performance. Don't let her weight outshine any of them things. Me personally, instead of focusing on that, I'm upset that sister for playing all the instruments she played. That the fact she can get out there and outperform some of your favorite rappers, some of your favorite performers, the girl can go.
I agree.
I'm just using that as the example.
I agree.
But when I want to say women in general, I'm not going to sit there and demean the next woman because I don't like her attire. it may be something that I have on or something that I might have on up here. People like, ugh, ugh.
Mhm.
It's just not, I'm not your cup of tea. That's
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
And I had a conversation with somebody earlier.
Mhm.
Just because it's not what you want to see, somebody else may love it. Her man
Mhm.
loving on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I see women a lot of times and men go, I don't see how she can wear that with him. I don't see how she can do that with this person. I don't see how she
Mhm.
can do that with that person. But the men a lot of times encourage the outfit. Some men like
I
that.
agree.
You
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying? So I think it goes on the person. And I mean, me and you have had conversations. So
Mhm.
I know what you mean, but and even when I see people that say little things, I'm like, have the conversation with him. But I think sometimes how it's delivered, the
Mhm.
message get misconstrued in what you're
Right.
actually trying to say.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Like, okay, Tierra and Coco will tell you, I've always praised Lizzo for her talent. Always praised her for her talent. I said I like her. I use an example because that's why you should follow me on Facebook because I get heat and she's always the topic. That's why I mentioned her because I said, why isn't like you said about the weight? What people missed in my message was I said, have the same energy towards the average person. That person you see walking down the street who is not famous. What makes them any different? They're human also. That's what I was saying. They're human too. But why do we look at that person on the street as trash, but a celebrity as, yeah, you go, girl? That person working at McDonald's or working at AT&T or whatever, Amazon, they're working hard too. Very hard at what they do. But why do we and that's why I said men do it as well. That's why I always put men involved. I never say all women. I always say men do it
Can I
too.
say one thing? But
Yeah.
if at that
Well,
time Lizzo
But
had a
Tierra
mess,
said don't use people as an example. What am I going to use then?
no, can I say one thing? I ask you a
Yeah.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that when we usually hear, we just gonna say, I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
plus size women,
Mm-hmm.
right? When they wear certain things, it could be a dress, it could be covered,
Mm-hmm.
it could be form fitting. Now,
Mm-hmm.
there are some plus size women that are very shapely. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, to me, Tiara has a great shape. She has a small
I
waist
said
and then
that.
it just go out, right?
I told you I like
So,
big women.
no, that's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying is sometimes you'll have, just because a person may have extra poundage on
Mm-hmm.
her,
Mm-hmm.
it's ugh. But let somebody else of a different size wear the same thing. That's why I say it becomes selective. So just because
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
not appealing to you or you don't look, but I still feel like sometimes
Mm-hmm.
instead of going that route, find a positive. And I think we do it the most in our communities where it's the let me pick at this and tell people what they should do. But the things that we should address, we don't. How the
Mm-hmm.
person's clothing is the least of our worries.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, the thing like they don't have the thing I'm making is okay. Like I said, I've always said I like Lizzo. Always said that. I've always said she's talented. Oh, I've always said that. What she does on stage, I'm saying that's what she does. I've always said that. That's why they need to follow me what I say on my page because I always say the girl is mad talented, and I use her because that's the person that women come at me about. So I'm throwing it back at them. That's the part Tierra and Fallon y'all don't see. They come at me about that. And I'm posting like, check this out. On my page, I praise women of all sizes all the time. But you know what? The ones that got all this mouth, they never praise the women. Now you do, Coco. They never praise the black women I post on my wall. I've been posting all week. Etta James, Angel Reese, all these women. Not one person. But if I mention Lizzo's name, everyone comes at me like the Bayhive. That's what I'm saying. They come at me like that. So I'm responding back. And I say, I always say I'm proud of her success. I'm happy for her success. I want her to be successful. But the point I'm making also is this: when the success is gone, what does she have? Because you know how the business is. The
Fallon,
business will
I'm just want to say, Fallon, I can vouch for that.
Fallon.
It's true.
Fallon. They come at yes, they do come specifically about yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's the point I'm making. That's why I keep saying, as a man, and I'm gonna keep it 100. As a man, I can't say certain shit. I could be telling the truth and have all the proof in the world, but I can't say certain shit. It's like, well, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? Because people come at me. People, everyone who follows me on my Facebook wall, I'm always catching hell. Well, I look, Tierra, I'm sorry about my delivery. You have to follow me on my Facebook wall and see. I try to talk calmly, but you got those people who come out of the woodwork that I don't never see, who say crazy shit. And one thing, I'm old school, so I shoot it straight. I apologize for my delivery, but I never apologize for what I say, because I say what I mean what I say.
Oh, we've never gotten the apology before, so I'm proud of you for that.
What? You never heard me
No, you
apologize?
usually be like, I said what I said. I'm
I
telling
say
you,
what
I
I
know.
say, and I mean what I say, but I may apologize for my how I said it might be wrong.
Mhm.
But I say what I say, because if it comes out my mouth is what I mean. I'm not going to sit there and BS. My delivery may be wrong. I apologize if my delivery is wrong, or it doesn't appease you, whatever it is. But I was taught by a mother, a black mama, that you say what you have to say the way you mean it. Because if you don't, as a black person, you speak to be heard.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So if you have multiple people that say maybe they've taken some type of offense or it came off as offensive, does that still mean, oh, and you like you just said mean what you
Yeah.
say and how you say it? Does that still equate to the same thing? Because they may have, because now, okay, you know it's offensive, and then it still comes off. Sometimes depending on what it is,
I'll
even
answer
if
that.
it's offensive, I may mean for it to be offensive. I'm like, yes, that's how I meant for it to be received. But I think, again, from
Yeah, I'll
conversations that
answer that.
you and I have had, that all gets lost when
I'll
it
answer that.
becomes that, and then that becomes the primary focus, because then it seems like it's a pick. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, let me answer that then. That's the problem. People don't say, oh, what you said was offensive. Look at the comments. Look at how my wall is. They never say, well, I kind of like take that offensive. They come at me like, you don't know this. I'm like, okay, what did I say? And I always tell people my wall, I always say, if I say anything I say, inbox me that you was offended, and I'm like, oh, but when I get like I posted the inbox yesterday about the Pride Month. The girl called me homophobic because I don't celebrate Pride Month. I said, I don't celebrate Christmas either. That don't mean I'm anti-Christian. And I said, yes, you do. I said, the month of June is my birthday. It's Juneteenth, Black History Month. I mean, Black Music Month. I celebrate those three because those pertain to me. If you celebrate Pride Month, great for you. I don't. But it doesn't mean I'm homophobic. But I always tell anybody, if I say something that offends you, let me know. The problem is when they come at me, they don't say that. They come aggressively. And you know how I am. I'm coming back at you. If I say anything that offends anyone, just let me know. That's all you got to do. Just let me know, because I'm approachable. But when you come at me like you want to fight, I'm like, well, you know me, shoot, I love to fight. Not physically, y'all. I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea. But I mean, like I say, come to my wall and see. It's a certain group.
Can I say something about Pride real quick?
Yeah.
I get that it's Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna just say this early: if you do get offended, I don't care. So
Fight.
I'm gonna just say it early.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that gets me with people who make it a point to speak negatively on Pride, LGBTQ. Everybody knew the month was coming, right? So my thing is, if you don't agree with it, it's not your moral thing or whatever. Stop bringing light to it.
Right.
If you think it's an agenda, if you think it's something pushed on people, The only time things can stay relevant is if we make it relevant. The same way how I said, like how you just was talking about, and you used the Lizzo reference, or things like that. When we continuously put certain things up here, it takes away from the things of significance to us. So yes, I have friends, I have family, I have supporters who are in the LGBTQ. I support the LGBTQ to certain things. I don't agree with a lot. I have friends that's within the community that don't agree with a lot, but I'm not going to harp over what I don't agree with. The only thing I can do is make what I do agree with and what is positive for me and make that of significance, because I don't want to shed light on this where as though I'm a part of the people that's keeping it going.
Right.
If we don't bring light to stuff, what happens? But the more we talk about it and make it an issue, it becomes a bigger issue.
That's why I kept my
And then,
mouth closed about
and
it.
then it overshadows everything else. And a lot of times, like I said something today, because all up and down my timeline, and I'm like, y'all posted more than people in the LGBTQ about it. And then when you get mad when somebody say something, okay, if that's not for you, it's not for you. Listen, everything in this life is different. Everything in this world is not the same for a reason. If it's not for you, then they say, if it don't apply, let it fly, right? Y'all getting on these private jets, flying with it.
Like, you know what happened?
You get
I'm
what I'm
glad you said
saying?
that.
No, no
Yeah.
bullshit. Like y'all get on these jets and then y'all roll with it, and I get it. And then when people be like, "Oh, cause you just do this and the third," who the fuck are you? I'm sorry. Let me go back. I said I wasn't going to do that. Who are you to judge or place judgment on how anybody live their life? When I say humanity is lost, we forget people are people. Who a person chooses to sleep with, be with, or do whatever, that's no concern of mine. And then there's always the holier than thou who want to go there. So my thing is, what sin do you do, or how is your life perfected, or how are you? You ain't got nothing to answer for when you get to the pearly gates. So the only thing is, if we really want to go that route, and when people start talking about it's not religious, like it's not this, it's not that. I mean, I don't know. In all the books, it clearly states, "Thou shalt not pass judgment." It's only one person that can do that. It tells people to come as they are. It tells you to treat people with respect and dignity and all of those things. If it's not your life, you can't dictate and choose how people choose to live their life. So my thing is, if it's not affecting you directly and somebody is not pushing up on you, why are we harping over what people do? I know I like penis. I know I like men. I know I like all of that. I'm not worried about what somebody else is doing. You're not going to see me do this or do that. If that's who they choose to be with, that's fine. Guess what? That's another man for me.
You know, listen. Like the pride thing. I had to check these two guys today. This is what I said. I said, post about pride. If you support pride, post it. I said, but one thing you shouldn't do, don't taunt people. I said, this is why I told them don't taunt people. And I got hell for this. I said, don't taunt people. I said, because you may not be gay. You may not be trans. I said, but if you're taunting people because you're supporting pride, you know what you're doing? Those very ones who hate pride, they're going to go after the ones who are. And you know what those guys did? They came at me with that mouth. I said, dude, y'all not getting what I'm saying. You don't taunt hatred because it breeds hatred. These guys still got to walk the street. Trans people still got, and I would defend them. I said, and they're like, oh, you gay? I said, no. The point I'm making is, if you're gonna post pride, be like Happy Pride Month, blah 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 blah, whatever you gotta post, but don't say Happy Pride Day, F you, F that. I said, because they're not coming for you. They're coming for the people who are gay, the transgender. They're coming for them. I said, that's how hate works. Hatred is full of a bunch of cowards. They're not going to go after the strong. They're going to go after the weak. I still got hell for that. And they said, I thought you don't celebrate Pride Month.
I don't like you.
I said, look, I don't celebrate. This is what I told myself. I know they don't. I said, look, I don't celebrate Pride Month. But that don't mean I hate the people involved. I said it's like me, like what the Bible said. I'm not a Christian. It's like I said, I hate the sin, but not the person. I got 2 gay daughters. I got a gay sister. My sister's LGBTQ, but you know what? That's my sister. I love my sister. I may not agree with everything, but that's my sister. I love my sister. My daughters, I love my daughters. Period. I may not wave a flag, but that don't mean I hate them. And see, that's why I was telling the guy, I said, I don't celebrate it because it don't pertain to me. That's why this month I kept my mouth closed until somebody said, oh, you can celebrate Black Music Month, but you can't celebrate Pride Month. I go, it doesn't pertain to me. I don't celebrate Christmas.
And
I don't celebrate Easter.
And see, they
Easter,
the
Christmas, Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate none of them. I have my little fun. I like the holiday season.
But people like that, I ignore because I feel like those are the people that want the response. They want to take you out of character.
But you know me, I'm confrontational, so you know.
I mean, I am too. But what I've come to realize is I can choose what I want to be confrontational about. Yeah. Everything doesn't want all of my energy, and people like that don't want my energy. Oh, but Bosco, it turns into you being in the hot seat instead of me. So Fallon, look, Fallon said, well, first of all, I just thought about that whole little reel. She said, be who you are for your pride.
I see that.
No, she asked.
I was going to say something about that, but you in your groove. I left that so I didn't say
she
nothing.
said, have you ever had a threesome, Bosco?
No. I'm one woman. No, I'm one woman.
Okay.
One woman. I talk a lot of trash, but who I got is who I got. I'm good.
Who you with?
I ain't nobody. I'm just saying. I don't got nobody. But I'm saying who I'm with is who I'm with. If she can't deliver, we'll figure something out. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say I mean, I like to try one out, though. Because my son has had them all the time. He even invite me. I go, nah, dude, I can't say it with you with another female. I ain't going to lie. I'm interested, though.
Your son out here fighting and rapping.
I'm going to be with 2. I want to be with 2 women, though. I don't want to be man and woman. I want to be with 2 women. Oh,
she said, okay, so you're not a hypocrite?
No, not a hypocrite. Not a hypocrite. But I keep 100. I like to be with 2 women though one time.
No, read that comment right. Read that comment right. That's not what she asked. That's not what she said. That's not what she read it right. She said, okay, so you're not a hypocrite.
She said, have I ever had a threesome?
And she said, so you're not a hypocrite. No. You gonna say hypocrite. She didn't say hypocrite. Read that right. Read it again.
My screen is slow. That's my feed is real slow. That's why I can't read the comments.
It says she spelled that HYPOCRYPT. She was very specific in her spelling, so you got to read it like that.
I can't read it because my screen is messed up.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't read the comments. They come up like real late. Like I might see that comment 5 minutes from now. Because I'm looking at my face now and I'm looking at stuff I did like 5 minutes ago. So, but what's a hyper?
I always get you what you just said, but she said it in her Baltimore voice.
Oh, nah, not me. I like one, but I'm interested though.
All right. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna address the elephant on the net.
Anyway, to close that subject, I like Lizzo. I love big women. I think she's talented, crazy talented. I like her music. I didn't in the beginning because I was like, I don't know how she sounds, but I like her stuff. I use her as a benchmark because that's what those people. Because remember, I had the same beef with the Bayhive. So like it goes in waves, you know. It'll be somebody else. I had this with Nicki Minaj fans. I had this with Cardi B fans.
I don't play with them. I don't play with them. I don't play with the Hive.
I love them.
The Hive and them Nicki fans. I don't mess with them.
I love them.
I do not trigger them because they get too personal. They become stalkers. They really try to take it to I don't have time for that because then
I love the Hive.
Let me just explain this to y'all something.
I love the Hive.
Sometimes you just gotta protect your mental health.
Well, see, I know how to break them down. That's why I love the Hive.
No, I'm learning to protect my mental health.
I love that.
Speaking
Can't
of,
help
I'm
my mental
sorry, I
health.
did not do the mental health check-in. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. Mental health check-in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, today was a good day. Today was a very good day. What
Word,
about you?
word.
Today
Yeah,
was a
it's
good day
good.
for you?
Productive day. I had to cuss my neighbor out though. That's about it.
Oh, that's always lit. That's
It was good though. It was healthy because he yeah, it was a good healthy cuss out. I let him know don't do that shit again.
Speaking of, let me address the elephant, the elephant
And you
on.
talking about big, you bringing up elephants and shit. But go ahead.
Well, this one is heavy because I still get a couple of
Now,
little,
I'm
I
clowning.
got a couple of little questions. So I'm assuming before I went on my little hiatus, people missed it.
Shout out to my man Mark Wilson in the building.
Hi, Mark. Um, so okay,
Oh, Jay
Jay
Nate.
Nathaniel, today was better than yesterday. That's happy to hear. I mean, y'all
Word.
can comment how y'all feeling today. You know, we all it's good to check on each other, mental health and
Oh
things
yeah,
like that.
always. We need to have that
Um,
like every week though.
I'm happy about that. Um, so before I went on my little hiatus, y'all know I was spiraling, right? Openly and publicly. So somebody asked me, do I regret it? I don't. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't regret anything that I said, anything that I had, because I'm gonna explain to you something. What you saw was a human being going through what she was going through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, people tend to realize everybody is a human being. Everybody life is not like yours.
Mm-hmm.
People lifes for people in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So what I don't like to say PTSD, but situational depression is what I go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually go through it around when Mother's Day is coming. Like I know I've spoken about it on here before. I found my brother Mother's Day weekend,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then so it gets hard for me around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Since his death in 97, I usually go through my things. You know, yes, I do grief counseling. Yes, I do therapy. No, I'm not on medication. I ain't there yet.
You
So
need it because your ass crazy. When I go ahead.
I have balance. So, but I think sometimes and I'm a big advocate of that, especially when you're going through grief, because it took me years to go through grief counseling. Okay, so leading up until this year was the first year that I've experienced trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. Where so leading up to Mother's Day, like I was told Bosco, I literally lost. When I say lost, I'm talking about death of people that were close to me, people
Yeah.
that I really cared about, close to 10 people in a
Yeah.
matter of in a matter of 2 months leading up until Mother's Day. So I'm already going with that. Being a mom,
Mm-hmm.
showing up, trying to, mask it, cover it up, act like nothing is wrong.
You got a stressful job too.
Right, and push through my day and still show up for my patients, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, all of that, but I never took time out for
Mm-hmm.
myself. And I needed that breakthrough to have a good therapy session to really get to the nooks and crannies of how I can deal with certain things. And it was like when I told Bosco, I was like, and I never really told nobody. So I'm really being transparent when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
So Mother's Day is really hard for me. I don't really celebrate it.
Me either.
So this year,
That's why you say I hate mothers.
some people I still and get a happy Mother's Day from some people, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But it's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets hard. And
Yep.
when people tell people, oh, you need to get over it, this happened this long ago, it's this, you can't tell people that. You don't know what
Mm-hmm.
people go through. I'm one of them type people, I literally show up for everybody. I literally will be there for anybody. I don't care what happened. I don't care what's going on. If you call me, I'm there. If you call me, I'm going to listen. But what I have realized recently is I'm the person that people don't call and just to say, hey, how are you?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Just that goes a long way.
That
So
hurts too, man. When you're the one that people that you everyone calls on you for emotional support, but no one calls, to find out how you doing. That shit hurts. People don't realize it.
So but I didn't really go through it because I'm so used to doing it because I've been that person all my life. I don't know how to not be there for people. And then on top of, taking care of family members and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I tell people, before y'all judge people and before y'all make assumptions of people,
Mm-hmm.
and I always say, have a conversation with me. It's people that hit me up. I literally was open to about it before I said it publicly, and they was like, oh damn, like what you literally saw was a person going through, I was spiraling. I was going through my traumatic depression moments, and I was trying to push through it and fight it. But sometimes we get overwhelmed, and what happened was I had reached my point of where I couldn't mask it no more. And people was getting on my fucking nerves. I'm not gonna lie. I could not be like, this is that and the third. And so and when you get to that point, you just be like, fuck it. Y'all can get all of this. And I would take it and try to, turn the other cheek and do all this. And I am a very positive person. I'm a very uplifting person. Like I said, I'll give anybody the shirt off my back. But I know I gotta stop. So I did. I took a break.
And I'm glad you did, because I was like, take the week off. Take the week off. The show gonna be okay. Take the week off. Take the
And I
week off.
was
You're like,
still
no,
like, no.
take the
And
week
I
off.
was
Take the
still
week
like, no, I can't do that. People support me and da 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 da. And they were like, no, yo, do you? So whenever people was coming and saying little slick shit, and whenever you was saying little slick stuff to other people, I did not care. Only because in that moment, that's what I needed to do to release my emotion. I just released it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
As though I wasn't meditating like I normally was. I really wasn't taking care of me because I was taking care of everybody else. And the matter of things happening back to back to back to back to back when I was already feeling something, because that season was coming for me where I'm used to taking care of myself. I can usually like shut down or have my moments. But the crazy thing is, I'm one of them people who is not allowed to shut down. Because if I have a moment or if I go quiet, it's like, oh, the bitch act funny. Or if I can't be there, oh, she da 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 da. Don't nobody check on me.
But you know what? There's no set way to release frustration when it's built up. Because people, like, going back when you're saying how people say you should just get over it. My brother died in '96. My cousin, who was like my other brother, because he's raised in the house, he died in '97. My mother died in 2019. Mother's Day passed, and people say, why do you still hark on it? I say, look, that was my older brother. And the thing about it, as I get older, with those two, I have a lot of memories of what went on. I'm like, yeah, me and my brother did this, but see, my brother's long gone. And those you never forget those memories, especially when you feel real close. You never forget memories. And with my mother, anyone to tell you, my mother's like my big sister. Period. That's my big sister. And she passed, and I watched her deteriorate for 6 years, and then she passed away. And I'm like, with Mother's Day, I don't celebrate it because my mother's not here. It's not that I'm trying to forget her. It's hard to celebrate. Her birthday isn't like her birthday falls on Mother's Day a lot of times. So it's hard. You say, well, still, I said, y'all don't understand. Y'all ain't lost your mother. You ain't lost your mother. And I'm like, I have. And people just don't, it killed when people say, just get over it. Like, lose someone who is that close to you to where they're almost like your rib, and then come back and tell me, oh, I'm gonna get over. My wife died in 2017. It took me almost 2 years just to say okay and put it to rest. But still, I think about her. Like, this, that, like when I was gonna move to Charlotte, but I can't move to Charlotte because she's buried in Charlotte. And whenever I go to Charlotte, and people don't understand, grief is something that doesn't have a timetable. When you get over it is when you get over it. But don't tell no one, get over it.
And I think it is also, I want to, before I say what I'm going to say, I'm going to read a couple of comments. Just acknowledge the supporters. Fallon said you got to take care of yourself first. Jay Nathaniel said Father's Day is still my struggle, and it's been 24 years. I don't feel like grief ever fucking ends. To be honest, it does not. Mark Wilson said we all need to give ourselves this very same grace that we give others. That's true.
Yep.
And then he said, "You heard me, right? Yes, we heard you."
I see it.
And,
Yeah, Mark is that's my dude, man.
but I think the other issue is I think most of the people that I heard that from haven't really had a significant loss of people who really mean the world to them.
Right.
And I always tell people just because you may think a certain way or you think people should be a certain way or live a certain way or react a certain way, that's not true. You don't know what experience. Everybody has different experiences in their life. Like some people may only have a small handful of people or one or two people that they could really count on. So, like for me and my brother was like this. Like we were inseparable. You get
It's
what
your
I'm saying?
brother. It's your brother. Yeah.
No, we was inseparable.
I mean, I believe you.
I mean, it was like other things that happened in our, childhood things like that, whatever, another story. But when I say my first pair of heels, all of that stuff, that's who was with me. You get what I'm saying? And it was like we were inseparable. So other than that, it was like my grandmother. So when people, you don't know what people mean to people, and then when somebody say, I mean, Dad, how long you going? You gotta be wanting to be like, bitch. You gotta be like, who you talking to? So, and I get where Jay Nathaniel coming from, like it doesn't have an expiration date, but what I do really strongly encourage is grief counseling to help you find tools and resources that help you manage where it does not consume you to a point where you have moments like I have had all the time. Because honestly, that's the first time that had ever happened in my life. Like I said, I'm used to showing up. I'm used to, pushing through or doing that. So
being that rock.
Putting everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because
being
that's
that rock.
the person, that I've, always been. And like when you are the person that just shows up, I don't think people really know how to be there for you. And that's nothing bad or nothing wrong about it. I don't dislike or have any animosity about that. It's just the simple fact of if you always that person, people forget that you're also human and that you have emotions and that life be lifing for you because you can always push through for them. So I strongly encourage people just take care. And that's another reason why I was like, we can do the mental health check-ins, taking care of your mental health. And
do it every week. Yeah.
One thing I start all of my little things off for like my patients, my clients is stable mind, stable life. Once you stable the mind, you can stable the life, you can progress, you can do certain things. And we don't understand how much life events can weigh us down.
You know something? That's how I drive a lot. And the first time I ever went to Atlanta, I was going through some stuff. And I got my car because I always keep in my car, I always keep like a change of clothes. I always keep a bag, overnight bag, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant. I keep all that stuff in my car, always at all times. So I got my car and I was driving. I was going through some shit. I drove to Tennessee, which is like, I don't know, 30 minutes away. And then I found myself just driving. I was like driving. And the way, like to get to Atlanta, you can cut through North Carolina and not even hit any other state and hit Georgia. It's just got to go into the West End. This particular time, I didn't go to Tennessee. I was going to Tennessee. I just turned off on the expressway and went down another road. Next thing you know, it said, you're in Georgia. It's like, I don't know, a 45-minute drive. I was like, oh, shit. And I never knew about that. I just kept driving. Next thing I know, I was in Atlanta. I got me a room. I got me some. I just went to Walmart, got me some clothes, and I stayed like 3 days. And after that, I just started taking drives all the time. And said, "Why you got all this money to travel?" No, I don't. But I'll take what little dime I have to maintain my sanity. Yeah. I've driven to Boston, New York. I don't know how many times. I drove to San Antonio, 17 hours, Florida. And like I said, this weekend I'm going to Savannah because it's just some things in my family. There's a lot of things they don't know how to take me because my mother always said I was a different child.
Mhm.
And they would say, oh, man, and me and my friends said, you're a little different. You're still strange. Because I was just a different type of character. So I tell them, y'all can't help me because y'all don't know how to help me. They say, well, what's the problem? When I tell them, they be like, well, yeah, I'm like, that's my point. Y'all can't help me. So the way I help myself, I get away from here for a couple of days, get a room, use my little Marriott discount and just relax. And when I come back, I'm refreshed. And I don't know. I think people, like you saying, I think people never went through that type of grief. And once they do, they'll think back and say, man, now I know what it feels like.
And especially to find somebody that holds such a significant place in your heart,
Mm-hmm.
like without warning, and you
Mm-hmm.
thinking they missing, and it was just like it was so much that weekend. That's a whole nother show, y'all. But I ain't gonna get into it because I ain't
But
gonna.
see, you know what?
But
Losing somebody when you're young, it hurts a lot more because you think of all the years you could have spent together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Because see, my brother died. He was 33. I was 31.
Yeah.
And here I am getting ready to turn 59. Yeah, Fallon Savannah is
And it
dope.
had been right before I found out I was pregnant with my daughter.
Right.
I
That's
had
what I'm
my
saying.
son already, but I had just found out I had my right after that, probably like 2 weeks after that, I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And I was like, Lord, that would have been because that's who my oldest son is named after my brother. Yeah. I mean, when I said we was tight, we was tight. So it's cool now, but it's just like it's just them seasons. And like when you see people just like some people have like seasonal PTSD or depression,
Oh, yeah, that's me.
holiday events, situational, things. All of those things are real. People don't understand how real they are. But can I just say, when you were talking about you going to Savannah, I went to the ocean Mother's Day weekend, and it was funny.
Yeah, you was there, and you didn't have Coco Casual Convo stitched on you somewhere. You could at least made a temporary tattoo right here or something,
So you know how you think you not showing that something wrong.
Yeah.
So not my former supervisor in my old department, her and a couple other people, they was like, "You right?" I was like, "I'm fine," but they was like, You ain't, because I'm the bubbly one. I'm a pick with everybody when I come in. I'm gonna do. They was like, "Oh no, we going down to the ocean. You need to get away." When I tell you, I had the best time. It was
you did.
school, waking up to the beach every day.
I know you did. I seen the pictures and the videos and all that stuff.
Listen, I'm going back.
Now, see, when I go down there, I'm getting me a temporary tattoo right here that says Casual Convo, Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. So, who's that? Just check it out, y'all. I'm going to go down there and represent. I'm putting on my little umbrella I got, Casual Convo, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I know. I was telling everybody I met. No, don't get it twisted. We got some new views and all of that stuff from that one. New followers, they was on it. But I had the best time ever. That was the first year I don't think I really thought about it. Like, they kept me busy. I woke up, I would have my coffee, on the little, because we were literally on the beach.
That's what's up.
I was like, oh man, this is, I did not want to leave. We did an escape room.
Yeah. Oh man.
I made
dope.
Oh my gosh. We literally had 5 minutes left before we won.
Yeah.
I was stuck on this one piece. It was hilarious. The people was like, we're definitely using your guys' video for promo. Do you mind?
Yeah.
We cut up in there. So bad. But
they be watching you. Yeah. They watch you, got the microphone, they can hear you, they can talk.
Yes, Tiara is right. I went from Ocean City to DC with Tiara and them, and I cut up the whole time. I was like, I kept saying, I'm outside. Let me tell you how I'm gonna sit my ass down. That's a kid, and I'm
I see the pictures because I was like, hold on, what you doing?
No, we was acting like we was 21 in DC. We stayed up. Yeah, we was up to 3, 4 in the morning. The whole. And then was waking up like, what are we doing today? Look, everybody came home like, oh, bones hurting, muscles hurting. I said, oh, Jesus. That's what I said. I'm going to just go ahead and sit down. I can't. It's not the same no more. But And I'm gonna let you take us to the break. But before we go to break, I did want to say one thing. I know we had an amazing show last week. We had some guests on from the play "Are You Marriage Material?" Tickets are on sale. You can go to robertjmooreent.com and go to the store and purchase your tickets. Tickets are $35 for general admission. I think they were 45 for VIP. It's a play that will be in Baltimore, Maryland, July 29th and July 30th. We will run the trailer when we go on break, leading into the break. But I'm gonna let Bosco take the last 3 minutes before. But don't go nowhere. We be back.
Oh yeah, don't go nowhere. We coming back. Yeah. Oh shoot, I was gonna say that, but you said it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, about mental health. We got to take care of it. Like my grandson. I always talk to him. I said, look, you and your father are lucky. You'll have both your grandparents. You got both your parents. I said, I didn't have that coming up. And I said, things are hard. I said, you need to take advantage of what you have. I said, because a lot of us grew up, we didn't have those, you know. I said, so you got to learn to appreciate things. Like I tell my son, look, you got to learn to appreciate. So I said, you got your mother and your father going into, and you're almost 40. And I tell them you got to get your shit together because you got kids and they look up to you, because you say, yeah, but Papa. I said, no, I don't want to hear that, homie. You had these kids. You need to take care of business. Because I told them, I said, the stuff that you do, they see it and it affects them as kids. They'll grow up saying, damn, blah, 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 blah. They don't know what to do. And then they'll get frustrated and they get depressed like I was. I said, because I watched my mother deal with depression. So I had to be the man of the house. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, 16, 17, I go into the military because I got tired of seeing my mother struggling. I said, y'all ain't in that situation. So, but yeah, anyway, y'all, we getting ready to go to the break. Feel free to call the show, 410-375-8971. We'll put the link after the break. We coming back. We still got 2 more minutes before we go to break? Well, I guess we go to break now, right?
I don't know. Take them too. I'm joking.
Sure. Let me read some replies from my boy Mark Wilson, G-Fab. Y'all now have a link. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot he's in Maryland.
Hold on, Mark. Say less because we going back for the brunch at Park 14. Let me just say this. I'm gonna be.
I forgot he was in Silver Spring. Dang.
This some free promo. If y'all ain't never been to Park 14th in DC, their brunch is amazing. From ambiance, the food was bomb. It's unlimited food, unlimited mimosas for like $80. Let me tell you, we had the best time ever.
They did.
When I tell y'all, we was outside. We was out here. I even got fondled by a bunch of white women.
Damn.
It was amazing.
Now the super woke brother's gonna be mad at you now. You let the white people touch you.
I tell you, look, I'm gonna tell y'all how it went down when we come back because that night was hilarious. Yes, T, you stay tuned because it's your fault.
Well, look here. If anyone said we gotta go to the break. If you're in Savannah, Georgia, I will be there. Tybee Island Friday night. Well, Friday night, I'll be at Tybee Island all Saturday. I'm 6'1", 270, bald head. You see what I look like? I might be clean shaven by now. If y'all want to follow me, like they did Coco and DC, I'm here. I don't discriminate. Yo, Jason. I'm Jason. Arkansas, man. My bad. Go ahead, take us to the break, man. I got my names messed up. All right, let's go.
You know what? At this point, you don't even have to come back here.
I'm tired of hearing about what I don't do all the time. It's always what I don't do. Do I do anything around here to make sure you and the kids are all right?
But look, Sean, I caught you cheating several times. Twice. And you should not let people come between you and your relationship, especially people that are jealous. Like, I know it's Sunday and I cannot be cursing, right? Father, please forgive me.
Where is it? Grandma, where you going?
Mom, my goddamn business.
Well, what are you showing them with this right here? What is this?
Maybe I'm showing them how to do it.
Oh.
Oh,
Hola. Hey,
there you
y'all.
go. Say hola.
So I know I was trying to not get blocked because my phone had froze and I couldn't, you know
Well, I'd have
how
had you.
social media do.
I would have had you. I got you. I got you. Hey, Tierra, I be clowning, man. So don't take that last comment serious.
What you had said?
You know what I said? I'll be in Savannah if y'all want to follow me. Okay. She's like, really? And I was like, yeah, really.
Oh, that's the traveler. Don't tell her twice.
Anyway, welcome back to the Casual Convo Show, where we had discussions about personal business, relationships, stuff like that. Even intimacy, we talk about everything. But you know what? We had that casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough one. I am the co-host,
Oh, my
Boscoe from
bad,
the
y'all.
Bronx,
Yeah.
and I got
That was
my
ratchet.
host
Huh?
fixing her hair, but she's straight.
I'm sorry, it was
Coco and
ratchet.
Boscoe.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Okay, Tia, all right, you cool. I thought it was me. I was like, yeah, I clown.
Well, yes, it was your fault, Tierra. You were the one that planned the whole weekend. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Come again.
I'm just mad y'all didn't have casual convo stitched on your arm or your back or your leg or your booty or something. Because you know the men were looking, at least be like, yeah, what's that she say on the movie? Okay,
Oh no, you know I take a person's phone. And
man, I gotta shave. My face is itching. So we had a good first hour. We finished it off talking about mental health. Always check on your one check him. Make sure you maintain your mental health. Don't let anybody tell you stuff like why you depressed for because you got this and you got that, or just get over. Don't let anyone tell you that. Because they tell you that, get away from them.
I think sometimes people tend to only stay within their bubble. And
Yeah.
I always say you can tell when people who have been sheltered or protected their whole life.
Mhm.
Not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. But you can always tell people who have had experiences or been through some things, as opposed to people who don't.
When
People
you
who
finish, I got
have
an announcement to make too when you're done.
people who have tend to be like they tend to think a little bit differently, and they see situations from a different perspective. Like
Yeah.
I know people who can I tell you this part? I'm sorry, y'all. This is gonna be real random. Like one thing that pissed me off, right?
Open discussion. Nothing's random.
One thing that be pissing me off, because it made me think about it and saying that when I say that, like one thing that pissed me off, people who have a support system, but always be talking about, oh my God, it's so hard. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Life a struggle. I'm just struggling. I'm just going through. Oh my God, life is just, I want to die. Shut the fuck up. Because I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not down. This little piece right here getting on my nerves, y'all. But I'm not trying to downplay nobody's stuff. But what I'm saying is, you have something, and I try to remind people who are close to me that have a support system. Let me explain something. A single parent is just that one do it all by themselves. I know firsthand single parenting. I did it by myself, especially when I lost my grandmother and my brother. If you have a support system, you have people that you can call on, you have a break, you have several people that's in your village. You are not a single parent. You are just a person with an absent parent, but you have a village, you have a support system. People who act like they don't have nobody, but you got all these people that you can call, all these people that can be there for you willingly and want to be there.
Yeah.
Shut up, because you got people that can go through stuff and there's nobody that they can call. You have people who don't even have the means to even try to pick up the pieces
Yeah.
and don't have literally no support. Coming to places like where I work or going to community centers or their doctor is literally their only support system.
Yeah.
So before y'all start pushing this narrative like y'all got it so bad, but then you are always surrounded by love and family and support, shut the fuck up.
Right. You know, I hate that too, because it's like those are the people who they're trying to get sympathy when they have everything around them to help them get through whatever they're getting through. And sometimes it just I
Hold on, Bosco. It's mint water. It's not nothing else. Because for somebody else, just because I use a little curse word, don't be in my DM and call on my phone.
Hey, but for on some real shit, I was thinking back of the first hour when we was on break, and you know what? I'm gonna take, and I'm a man to say this. And a lot of black men ain't gonna say this. I was reading the comments, and you know what, Fallon, Tierra, I'm gonna chill a little bit, and I'm gonna try to say things more. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna try to say things in a way to where it's not so offensive. I'll get my point across. You know what I mean? Because I really thought about what they were saying. You know, so I'm letting y'all know I appreciate what y'all said. Now don't come at me. You know, I'm being humble about it. For
Oh,
real.
that makes me happy. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
This is the first time. Oh my God, can you just can we go back? Can Justin make sure you screen record that part and send it to me, okay? Because I need to post it for a clip. Only because no, you know why, you know where I'm going with it. Because so many people get offended and will say certain things, but this is the first time. And see, and it took my good Judy's to come on here and get you together so that you can and get you together. So, because he has never, ever publicly said that or was like, I will try to refrain or maybe reword. It's normally like, I don't care, you get mad, get mad. You get mad. I don't care, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it with my chest, and I'm gonna say it how I feel, and yada yada yada. But the simple fact that I got whatever y'all said, it worked. And then I don't hate to get no more messages. He don't hate to get no more messages. It's about this was a good show. We had a breakthrough.
No, Terry, I'm not saying y'all offended. I'm saying I can't explain it.
Let me try. So I think what it is, the way that y'all have explained it, it wasn't like y'all came bashing at him. Y'all
Right.
didn't say fuck you, you hate women,
Right.
and all of this stuff. Y'all literally gave examples and communicated
Right.
how it can be received or what he said, how it made him feel. And
Right.
I think a lot of times, and when I was telling Fallon, yes, I can vouch for some of the things that he said because I've gotten some things, I've seen some things. But like again, I usually tell people just talk to them because I think when you have that one-on-one, it's a little bit differently. And vice versa with him, when people have said little things, you know, that may be offensive by something I said or did or mistaken, just say something to me, talk to me. We know we are both very approachable, but I think no women have ever come to him in a way that you guys have came to him. So I think that was the missing piece.
Yeah, because the ones I get are always saying some slick shit. I won't say their names because I said I'm not going to be name dropping anymore. They say slick shit. Then when I come back at them, what do they always say? You hate black women. Wait a minute, you're the one that came at me. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you can say what you want to say about me in the way you want to say it, but if I come back, I hate black women. That's the part I'm like, I don't understand this. You know, I would say if it's something I said, always say, yo, just hit me in the inbox. Say, yo, what you said, da-da-da. I'm like, okay, we talk it out. But don't be in the open trying to, pound your chest like, yeah, nigga. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Can I read Fallon comments in her voice? I miss doing that.
Yeah.
Because she does that.
Yeah.
So her first comment in all caps.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm not offended, baby.
Oh, I know. I read it. I was trying to think of it how she said it in her voice. That's why I was like, I just shook my head and like.
And then Tierra said, I'm not offended either. Just saying it's why others may be. And then Fallon said, we just speaking our opinions like you do yours.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like.
And then Tierra said, I know what you're saying.
I know. That's why I said what I said.
I'm doing the voice. Don't do it.
Oh, you the voice. Oh, okay.
Just wanted you to know I'm not one of those offended ones.
Good.
Then Fallon goes, right. We get it. Oh no, I don't think that.
See, when I saw Fallon's first comment, that's what I was thinking. I said, nah, I know how she be saying it too now. So, that's why I didn't say that. I didn't want to respond. I was like, I'm just gonna smile and nod my head because I know how she says. But yeah, yeah. yeah. I got it though. I got it.
Hey radio, I thought I was gonna be on the high seat, but clearly I'm not as problematic as we do.
Well, I know I start a lot of shit. I mean, I know that. I know I start a lot of shit. I know I do.
I was getting a lot of flack. I don't think purposely. I think sometimes people misconstrue online with reality.
Yeah.
In a lot of situations. And like I've gotten messages from people who think they know me based off of something that I may say up here. And I'm like, yo, this just stuff be for like shits and giggles sometimes. And then there's some truth. There's a lot of truth and reality in it. But if this is like what, 2 hours or whatever, if you want to extend the conversation and hit me up, please do so to have a better understanding. But that's that judging thing that a lot of people do. Like I said, I just might not be your cup of tea. That's okay. I'm completely fine with not being a person's cup of tea because I'm somebody else's cup of coffee.
And that's what I told somebody. I think I made a joke about. I made some joke. I came out the other day, and one of them people who just pop up on your wall just to say some shit. And I said, look, well, maybe my Facebook wall is not for you. And then they hit me in the after they said what they had to say with all this. Then they came in the box was like, what do you mean by that? And I was like, every time I make a joke, you come on my wall and say, I bet you think that's funny, but it's not. I'm like, you don't have to think it's funny. It's not for you. It's for a certain few who got dark humor. Well, I don't like dark humor. I said, you ain't got to respond. Keep it moving. But a lot of my friends have dark humor. We talk about everything. Like, it don't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what your race is, what your body size is, I talk about everybody. I crack jokes on everybody. But it's always that one group that has something to say. It's always there's one group of people that always has something to say. And I'm like, and the funny thing is, these are people who grew up in my generation. They get all upset. Oh, so now you offended. Years of laughing at Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and Bernie Mac and David Chappelle. No, now you offended because something I said. Get out of here with that bullshit. I don't want to hear that. Get out of here. Oh, well, you shouldn't say that because it offends people. It's a joke.
We live in a world where now everybody, if if it offends a couple of little people, everything just gotta be changed. No, it does not.
No, it
And
doesn't.
I think when it became, I'm still trying to figure out where it became everybody like, oh, it's okay for certain people. And that's what when we talk about selective outrage and selective things, just because you don't agree with it, don't mean it's wrong. And
Right.
you bypass it, like me, I'm gonna keep scrolling or do whatever. But if I like it, I like it. Everybody, people want to dictate, and you talk about social media a lot. Well, social media, people want to tell people what they can and can't say. It says on the little line, especially on Facebook. It says
Wait, whoa, on who?
Facebook. It specifically say what's on your mind, your as in me, because I'm
Thank
on my
you.
page. It don't say what's on their mind. What do they like?
What's
Post
on
what
your
no,
mind?
what's on y'all done got it so bad. They done muted people comments. You gotta
I
unhide the
know.
comment because everybody want to take offense to something that somebody posts where it say what's on your. It's my mind. If my mind fucked up that day, you gonna get something that's fucked up that day. Why y'all gonna block and report me?
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm out of. You know what? Me and I don't know if you know Robert Corbett, one of my closest friends.
The Matrix said woke.
Yeah, I know. If we both could make it to July, this would be the first time in over 5 years we've both been out of Facebook jail together for 4 straight. I've been out for 3 months straight. 3 months. I've never been out of Facebook jail that long.
We not jinxing it. Next subject.
I know.
Skip
Never
it.
been out that long. It's usually 30
I'm
days
proud
and
of
I'm
you.
gone.
We
But see,
still holding conversation. Just stop. Go ahead.
see
We
that,
ain't gonna jinx it because you're gonna be in there later on tonight because you're gonna post something.
I know. And see, think about it. I always say, and I'm gonna speak to black people this time, black men and black women. We didn't start getting sensitive, like I posted last night. We didn't start getting real sensitive until we ate that damn Popeye's chicken sandwich. That's when black people started bugging the hell out. When they ate that damn Popeye's chicken sandwich, niggas started going crazy. I'm dead serious. When we ate that chicken sandwich, niggas started going crazy.
People was fighting over that sandwich.
Trying to beat each other, trying to kill it over that damn chicken sandwich. We started tripping. That's when black people officially lost their damn mind. That was it.
You made me think a little bit.
But see, my thing is, that's what I understand when people on social media. Social media is just like you being out in the street. You're just on social media. And I'm like, if something, if it's it, and I'm only talking to black people now. I'm just talking to black people. I'm like, we are known to be funny as hell. We laugh about everything. We can have. Huh?
See, I said we know it made you.
Yeah, I just. Hey. But you know what, Tierra? I never ate that chicken sandwich. I've been crazy. I never ate that chicken. I grew up in New York. What that there, Matrix, man.
Oh, she gets on my fucking nerves.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm only talking to black people now. We've always had a history of being funny as hell. We can make a person laugh on a funeral on Sunday, Christmas Day. We've always been funny. We laugh about each other, and I'm amazed at how some of our people get offended now if we crack jokes on each other. Why you say that? Yeah, right. It's a Gemini thing.
No, wait a minute. Hold on, Fallon. Hold on, wait a minute.
You better watch
Hold
your
on.
mouth.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's just give one disclaimer. It is still Gemini season. We will not do any disrespect to Geminis on this thing. This is true Geminis up here, still celebrating. We is outside. The fact.
That's right. That's right. Watch your mouth.
It's
not a family show. But yeah, I don't understand how a community of people or a
Hey,
nation of people,
Matrix, Team Gemini.
black people, how all of a sudden we get offended over the littlest things. Like I posted that thing about Sir, who was it that had the light, and I put up there the first gay light, and yeah, it's a cartoon.
Oh, I remember.
My inbox got flooded, but not. The funny thing is, my gay friends Tasha, they were laughing. It was straight black people who got mad at. I'm like I got a friend, Natalie Rain, trans female. I knew Natalie before she transitioned to being when she was a male. Be laughing her ass off at work, but be bugging. But I'm like, if gay people laughing at it, why the hell is you pissed? And I don't understand that. Tasha Pearson, my homie in Chicago, be bugging, be laughing. She posts shit. But it be the straight people getting pissed off. I'm like, what the hell are you mad at? Every little thing. Like, man, look here. Black people, cut the shit. Stop trying to be on this little kick where you feel you got to be a part of something. We are the funniest. No, she laughing now.
No, I'm reading the comments.
I know that's what I mean.
You gonna say it's given, it's a gang.
Tierra, I never had that chicken sandwich. I don't even eat in Popeyes. Popeyes biscuits are so dry you can't even eat them in the ocean.
We just gotta wash it down with an orange soda.
Gotta wash down more than that. I will not eat that chicken sandwich.
They said they think you lying about that sandwich. Oh yeah, it's definitely giving Bosco in the hot seat tonight, not me. So I think y'all for proving that I'm not proud.
I ate at Popeyes one time in 2016. I went and ordered some chicken. I'm driving through Connecticut. I was like, man, what the hell? This thing was dry. It's like some white people made it because it had no seasoning. And I'm like, what happened to you guys? It's chicken. But we got to.
That was one down there in Asheville because
it was in Connecticut. It was in Connecticut.
You must get original.
I don't know.
No,
I don't originals. Give me spicy. Like my shit blazing. But
she think you got a bad sandwich.
I didn't eat the sandwich. I don't eat that. I'm not. You know what? Forget y'all. When that sandwich came out, I was amazed, distracted. I said, look, because I got a homie boy, Willie Green. Shouts out to Willie Green if he's watching. He went on there like, yeah, this sandwich is pretty good. I was like, man, you lost your Bronx card. Eat that crap. Hell no. But that's when we started tripping. Because we was killing niggas over it, trying to smash cars just to get it there. Ain't no sandwich in the world that good.
You don't see that happen at Chick-fil-A.
Theirs is banging.
Chick-fil-A, there's be sometimes you gotta get it fresh or they be kind of soggy. Chick-fil-A,
well, you get it down here.
I got some good salads.
But see, you in Baltimore. Here is different. You in Baltimore. Here is different.
Chick-fil-A.
No, it's the people making it. Here, it's a whole different game. Like I went to where did I go? I ate somewhere in Wendy's. Where was it? I ate somewhere. I can't. It was in Philly. Where it might have been
y'all are cutting up tonight.
But anyway, I forgot what restaurant. I gotta ask.
You know who I don't like, and I don't like Bojangles. I don't be saying what the hype of how Bojangles be phony as shit.
They're like 50-50. It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss with them.
I don't like Bojangles. It was like it was giving cardboard when I ate it. I was like, oh, this is disgusting, and I never got it again.
It's hit or miss. Y'all got Bojangles in Baltimore?
I was down south. I was like, oh, this is what y'all was hyping me up for? No.
That depends on where you are. It's hit or miss.
Take me to the hood. Give me a chicken box.
You got to go to like eating places like that. That's what I need. You got to go like in a little like here in Asheville's growing. You got to come like here to Asheville or one of the little small towns. But that's why they put it down.
Bojangles about them jangling.
Because you ain't got. you don't have to.
It was not jangling like the way it's supposed to jangle.
We are not a family show, y'all.
Yes, Matrix. We got on the chicken. And you ain't never had it. You gotta get the chicken box, full wings and fries, salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce. That's just what you gotta do. You gotta have to have.
Gotta get the hot sauce.
I'm trying to,
But
next time you come to Baltimore, you gotta get a chicken box.
let me tell you, I went to a Burger King in Georgia like 2 years ago. Let me tell you what happened in that joint.
Hey, her bougie ass come. Who is Zaxby? Who is she?
Oh, you know what Zaxby's before?
No, who is she? Is she jangling like Bojangles or I ain't like Bojangles?
Zaxby's is pretty good.
All over Matrix. You already know. So I got all over. You got to say it fast though.
But I went to Burger King.
If you don't say it fast, it ain't right.
I went to Burger King in Atlanta one time. Now, you know the South is known for sweet tea and shit like that, right?
Y'all tea wasn't sweet.
I'm not no Southern. Don't say y'all. I'm just saying I'm not living in Southern. I ain't no Southern. I'm a New Yorker.
The Southern wasn't Southern than the last time I was down there. I was not impressed.
But I'm getting that. That's the point I'm gonna make. We went to a Burger King in Atlanta. Me, my granddaughter, and her friend. We went down there looking for Shamar. You know that dude that be acting wild. So we go to a Burger King. We stay down there 2 days because they wanted to get on a little Ferris wheel. We stay down there 2 days. We go to a Burger King. We pull up, order our food. Now this is the South. They ain't had no sweet tea. Niggas ain't had no tomato. They ain't had no onion. I was like, why don't put on my damn sandwich? Well, we do have mayonnaise and lettuce. I don't want no damn mayonnaise and lettuce. I said, how you gonna be a fast food restaurant in the South, in Georgia, and you don't have sweet tea? It's just like I went to a little Jamaican spot today. Going there, yo, man, yo, let me get some plantains. We not had none.
Tierra, I ain't gonna lie. New York got some good like Caribbean food. She said, "Oh, I forgot you was a New Yorker." Now it all makes sense. She is on your neck.
Thank you. But I'm glad she realized that, though. I'm happy. Thank you, Tierra. I'm glad you realized that. See, I'm glad she realized that. Straight up, I'm sincerely happy. But check it out. So I go to the Jamaican spit. No, they already said they don't have no plantain. I said, okay, you got some sweet tea. We know I have that today. I said, and that's why I was like, yo, y'all got water? I said, the lady was ready to fight me. Like, bitch, I asked for plantains. You ain't got no plantains. You ain't got no tea.
Up here, they don't ever had a mac and cheese. You got to catch them when they like first. Them, but you catch them when they first open. Nothing is never ready. Not ready yet.
That's how it is here.
With that beans and nice cabbage curry. Okay. Yeah. I mean, damn, I find this some little
open at 10 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, they ain't got nothing.
Right. Then you come. They like come back at one. You come back at one. All gone. You be like, yeah, so, save me a cup.
And the only reason I didn't cuss them out, like, because I'm half Jamaican and then Jamaican. I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef with them. I got my granddaughter with me. I don't want no
just
beef.
put the red beans and rice, cabbage. Now I can appreciate the ones they don't put no other side. They tell you what it come. Red beans and rice and cabbage come with everything.
Everything.
They always be out of the snapper.
Yeah.
The stew, but the beef, the stewed beef.
The stewed beef. Yeah.
And you be like, why is it on the menu? Be longer. You like, oh wow, they be like only got curry and jerk.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's two spots I go. We got one here at the mall. They all right, but them was the ones that always running out of shit. But they got one like maybe an hour away from me. I drive down there, because they be hooking me up. And like I said, the red beans and rice come automatic.
Mm-hmm.
You just order the other shit. I'm like, yo, let me get this, da, 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 da. But this food's up here, like, what do you want to eat? What? I'm like, give me the red beans. I'm like, I gotta pay for that too? Yeah. That's supposed to be default. Tell you, man.
Yes, the sold out is always.
Always.
They
should just put sold out and see what we have or some shit on the side. I don't know, man. But
I got one in the village. Oh, you know what? It's a spot. I was talking to Justin. It's a spot if you ever up here across from Northeast Market. My coworker put me on. It's a Jamaican spot. Oh man, now they have sides. They had these veggies.
Mm-hmm. You gotta watch some fake Jamaicans, man. I know.
No.
They sound real. I believe you. I'm talking about here. You gotta watch some fake Jamaicans.
No, she had on the flip flops when her feet was ashy, so she was authentic.
She was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that food was slapping. I mean, it was good. When they got ashy feet and ankles.
They're the real ones. They're the real ones. Yup. You see them
And they
wearing
always
Nikes and
and
stuff.
they always wiping their hand on the apron. What you want?
Yep. What you want? Yep.
Like,
That's them.
damn.
Yeah. They got like freaking Jordans on and all that other stuff. No, they fake Jamaicans. All you gotta
And
do is
they
speak
no
to them in
seasoning.
patois. You just gotta speak in patois. They don't speak in patois. They like,
And so they go there.
They ain't real. Especially when they like.
He said fake Jamaicans. Wow. You know, they be saying
You got some. Because see, people, if a person calls them plantains, niggas ain't no Jamaicans.
But you know what? I know there's a lot of cultures when they come here, they don't cook. My thing is cook it how you will cook it when you home for your family. That's what I want. I want
they do got Chinese Jamaicans up there in New York. They do have them.
For real?
Hell yeah. And they're legit Jamaicans, legit Chinese Jamaicans, yeah. And you got some Chinese Jamaicans. Yeah, you do. All over the Bronx. All over the Bronx. Yeah, when I go back, I'm going back up in August. Bronx and Brooklyn.
We gotta make a trip to New York to see the Asian Jamaicans.
Yeah. In the Bronx and Brooklyn, hell yeah, they're everywhere. Everywhere.
We're gonna meet Boscoe up there.
Hey, I'll be in the Bronx, Northeast section. I'll be there.
Oh, definitely. Oh, I'm gonna do another disclaimer for Are You Marriage Material Play coming to Baltimore July 29th, July 30th. You can purchase your tickets. Go to robertjmooreent.com. Right upper right corner, click the hamburger, the 3 little lines, go to store, purchase your tickets. Tickets for general admission, $35, VIP, $45. Support. Yep. You will not.
You won't disappoint.
At all.
Matrix, yes, Chinese Jamaicans. Go to New York. The Chinese Jamaicans. They got them in Jamaica.
You know, New York make up anything of people.
You got Chinese Jamaicans in Jamaica.
No, because y'all mingle a whole lot, so y'all just make everybody up.
Yeah, we do.
In New York. As y'all literally, America is not the melting pot. New York is the melting pot.
New York is, yeah. You got Chinese Jamaicans. Go up there, Matrix. You'll see.
And I don't care what nationality you is. I remember like, hey, yo, son. You be like, you was from Saudi Arabia. Shut up.
Yeah. There's Chinese Jamaicans.
Word is born. You be like,
yeah. See, I gotta watch it down here because they be like,
Not a melting pot of angry. Yeah, y'all do be loud, and y'all do.
No, we just be like, mind your business.
No, y'all yell at everybody.
That's how we talk. That's how we look at Stephen A. Smith. That's how we talk. We don't be yelling at y'all. We just talk loud.
Okay, funny story. I remember I dealt with this guy long time ago. He was from New York. Mm-hmm. And we had like lost contact, right? Mm-hmm. Not lost contact. We had stopped talking for a while. Y'all ignorant. He would pull up on me. Oh, so before we get to that part, he would pull up. I could be in the store. He just literally like pull up in front of you, get in the car. You'd be like, no, I'm not getting in the car. Where you come from? That's number one. And then he always wanted somebody to make some crab fried rice or shrimp fried rice. I was like, it's more to that than just that. So anyway, one day I'm in my room. I hear this motherfucker is throwing little rocks at my window. Yeah. I said, oh, you could. And cell phones was out at the time. So I said, why you ain't just like call me? Oh, I didn't know if your number was the same. So you gonna try to break my window? They was like, little, he wasn't like throwing lightly even. It was like he was tossing them. And I was like, well.
You know something? New York women the same way. New York women the same way. We can't help it. New York women the same way.
I was like, no, but I just had a bunch of little rocks at the bottom of my door because the front window was like, and I was like, oh, you threw because it wasn't like he was throwing one at a time. He was throwing multiple, and it was looking like this is not the projects. I mean, it was a bunch of little rocks.
They're little That's nothing new. Yeah,
I said, if you'd have brought my window, you'd have paid for it.
that's what they do. Like the women be the same way. The women be like, like
Where the
they'll
baby?
how the women will yell at you like, yo, son, yo. Yeah, the women the same way. That's why I can't date a New York a woman from New York because we're too much alike. Cause they talk, yeah. I mean, that's just the way we are, man. They like that in Philly too. Well, not as aggressive though. I mean, we are aggressive though. We are
The
aggressive.
word, the word is born take me out all the time. Or they be like, hey yo son, hey yo God.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you be like, wait, who is
yeah,
your son?
yeah, yeah. That's why, yeah. When I go back to New York, I love it because I can go back and actually, be myself and just like, yo, what up, son?
They
Yeah,
hated talking to me. They be like, come on, son. Who? Son,
yeah.
I'm a whole woman. You know this. Who is son? Don't be sonning me.
Now here in Asheville, and I'm gonna say it, they so fake here. They want to be like everybody.
They
They want to
do
be
say
like
that, AB, you bugging. Dead ass. That dead ass takes me out every time. I be
they
like,
be
well,
trying to
what
do
does
that
the
here. They
ass
be like
do?
dead ass. I'm like, because I don't want person to ask me, what does dead ass mean? I say it could mean anything. Depends on the situation.
Oh, we just say for real about everything. Not for
I'm
real,
like,
for real.
yeah, like dead ass. Man. Oh, you mad at me? Dead ass. And like, yeah, I'm mad at you. You leaving? Dead ass. Yeah, I'm leaving.
Why y'all be so aggressive?
It's the city, man, for real.
No, it don't even be no excuse for that shit sometimes.
It be the city
You be like, hello, good morning, word is born, good morning.
because
You
we be
be
want
like,
get to the point.
you woke up on the, I was just speaking, you just woke
Get to
up
the
on the
point.
wrong side of, good morning, son. You be
That's
like,
why. That's why when you come, I'm like, yo, what up? I don't ever say hello. Yo, what up? I can't help it. My mother had to check me one time
wow.
because she called me one day, and I was like, yo. She said, but she called me from a number I didn't know it was her, and she called me. She like she ain't got a new phone number. I'm like, yo. She said, don't be yo with me. I'm like, who's this? She says, your mama. I'm like, oh, my bad.
You know what? I hate when my kids address me. Let's just talk about this. The kids
Yeah.
be disrespectful, and it be your own kids,
Oh yeah.
especially that girl,
Yeah.
mother. She's
Oh dang.
like, and then I'd be like, daughter, and she's like, I'll call you that. You started this whole thing off, and then the boys will be like, hello, mother. I asked you something. When did I go from mom to mother? That just sounds so
Yeah.
disconnected.
Now
And
my
then I know
yeah.
when they want something, they be like, "Hey, ma." I be like, "Oh Lord, what you want?" But
Now we just like
that girl will mother. Yes, mother. No, mother. Okay, mother. Mother.
my dukes. We're like
And I
your my
be
dukes.
looking like I can't wait till my grandbaby wake up and call her mother. Let me tell you how I'm gonna record it and keep playing it, and I'm gonna send it to her.
We
She
just be
been,
like, we just say
hello,
my
mother.
dukes, man.
Huh?
We just be like, yo, my dukes. That's it. Like my daughter, my youngest one, like my other daughters call me Pop.
Mm-hmm.
My younger one, Fada. She thinks she's Italian. She likes to be a smart ass.
I got a
When she
question.
yeah.
While we got some time, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
I had to chew because you know it's about to be
I
messy.
noticed that.
So no, because I had a conversation earlier, and you remember we was talking about like preferences and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I know everybody say like, guys are like it's always the visual thing, and this is that and the third.
Right.
So my question was, so you've never like, let's just say you go to like a dinner party or you're just out somewhere and you just end up having a conversation with somebody, right?
Hmm.
Because a lot of times when we go on that, and the thing was said was like people really don't get to know each other, they just go off of the physical.
Hmm.
I don't really process that because I do like to get to know people.
Hmm.
And so have you ever been let's just say you out to dinner and you just start talking to somebody, they might not be instantly like, they might not be as attractive as what you would usually prefer, right? So let's just say you start talking, the personality come out, they funny, this is then the third. People don't start to look different, and you gain some interest, and then you may want to like exchange numbers or get to know the person or continue with the conversation. So when I say that, it's like, well, maybe, but that doesn't all the way happen. And I'm looking like I've met people, and I've also talked to people. Like I've had people be like, "Ugh, you want to talk to that person?" I'm like, yeah, because once they start talking, they start to look better. Because I've dealt with people that's fine, and I've met guys that's been beautiful. But as soon as the conversation started, I was like, "You ugly as shit." And that's why I be looking at it like, do you really think it's all about the physical attraction really when it comes to really being in a relationship? Because you know how we'll see people and we'll be like, ew, why that person with her? And when I said that, I meant it to say, because we hear people say, especially, I've heard a lot of guys say it's all about the physical thing. Okay, but people ask the question, ew, why he with her or why she with him? Who did? And that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Who can say what a person's preference is? And then you have some people that get with people or they date something that's not even their type because they think somebody or what people may think or public perception.
That's a good question because like if people ask me how do I rate myself, I've always said a 5. I've always said that because I said I'm not going to put myself up here. I'm not going to put myself down here. I always say I'm average. And I know I dated this one chick, and I know she was a dime. I knew she was a dime all the way. And I know this because when I got with her, people always ask, "How did you get?" Even my homies, my dudes, like, "How'd you get her, man? How'd you get?" And I knew, I don't, I know the dudes I hung with. I know they look better than me. I'm just gonna keep it 100, because I was a big guy and they were fit and all this. And when me and her talked, and she said the same thing what you just said, that she just wanted to talk to me. But once we talked, she was like, damn. And she said she had never met no one, who talked outside of the hood. And that's what got me with her. And I think with a lot of guys today, they go by the physical. I'm going to be keeping it 100. They go by the physical. Yeah. With the men, they go by the physical. They might look at this chick and say, nah, she's too big, but they don't even get to know her. So they go to the chick who wears a size 5, size 6, that she dog his ass out. They never get a chance to check her out. While big girl over here might have been like the whole shit, the whole joint up here. Because I dated women who you can consider big. Because I like women 16, size 16, like that's my range. 16.
Oh, I'm glad you cleared that up. You see my face? I was like, oh, wait a minute.
No, I said it earlier. I love a 16 or so. I love that.
No, you look like a 16. A 16 or what? Okay. All right.
I like my women that got some. I like the ones that I got to struggle to pick up off the ground. I love big women, but and men compared to when I was coming up to now, men back then, when I was coming to guys, because the OG used to teach me, see what's in her head. See what's in her head. See what's in her head. To where now men are looking at, and I think they're influenced by what they see on social media, but I think that's just also their nature. They're going by what that body look like. And then when they get the wrong one, they get pissed off. When I've met even women who were dope looking, but when I talk to them, like, damn, is anything in her head? But then I met some women who wasn't all that. I mean, we didn't really link, but just talking to them, I'd be like, if I was looking to date someone, I'd date this chick because of what was up here. And I'm like, what's ever up here, that's going to make me happy because I know she got, she's built up here. Like, okay, I know she know how to do what she got to do. But yeah, I think Damn, already? Damn, we're almost at the 2 hour mark already. Damn, time flew. Um, if someone doesn't look all that good, but they coming at me with some cerebral shit, I'm more inclined to be like, let's see how this works out. Because see, because after a while, with any relationship, when the sex is gone, what do you have? You ain't got nothing. So I want to be able to, we ain't kicking it in the bed. At least we laying there. We talk about some damn astronomical shit. Like how many, like the Mars being 144 million miles away, but Venus is the closest planet to Earth. I'm like, okay, shit, we can talk like this all damn night.
I tell everybody, conversation is sexy. And
Hell yeah.
if we can't talk, what can we do? And like, I don't like when guys are like, oh, I'd be nervous. Like, get out of that. Let's have the conversation. Do what you got to do.
I'm
And
always nervous,
we
but
can't
I
have
talk.
but it's a different thing of you should still be able to have some type of conversation to articulate that so we can move past.
Yeah.
I don't like when the conversations are always one dimensional or the same thing all the time. And then it's crazy because some people are like, well, we never talked about that. You never progressed the conversation to go there or to have that you only got to know me on this one particular thing. And if I try to have a different type of conversation, it never went anywhere because you didn't engage. So if it's not engaging, I just can't deal with it. But I'm really, really big on like community, and I think it's because I always haven't been, and I understand a lot of people don't know how to communicate, or like how to hold the conversation, where
But
so
you know
it's
what?
engaging without distractions. But technology and phones are the biggest distraction when it comes to conversation, and I say that a lot because if you look on your phone, then that means I'm boring.
Exactly. I
Or
always tell
they're
people we
not
going
in
on a date. That's
the
when we were out there down there. I put my phone down. I might
conversation.
have picked up, but I always put my phone down. And I'm gonna big up the big women. And when I say big, I don't mean fat. I mean women with some hair. Y'all have the better conversations than them so-called dime pieces who are size 5s and size 5, 6s. Let me get it. Size 5 and size what is that? Size 5, size 6s, and all this, and like the proverbial perfect body. Y'all have more conversations, better conversation. It's like y'all are cerebral. The other ones that people say, look at her body, man. She did it. It's like they up here is like everything went to their body because up here is just like empty, straight
I
up.
like that. So Matrix says sometimes you scared to talk. You don't want to offend anybody, I guess. The beauty of that for me is even if it comes off offensive, we can have a conversation. To me, those are the best conversations because now I can pick your brain to see why is it, or you may give me a different perspective where as though it's not offensive. Sometimes being offensive can lead to better results of a conversation because now you get to see the person's thought process, how they, decision make or do certain things. So sometimes those tough conversations are the best conversations because now you're getting a little bit deeper. And I like to use the term layers. Some people in a safe zone, that top layer that makes it good, that makes it interesting, or that make you likable. Some people don't want to have the conversation that makes you unlikable. But the thing is, even if I make you a little bit uncomfortable, you're gonna remember me because it's something that's going to stick in your brain. So now you might want to, I'm gonna talk a little bit more.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be disrespectful. So sometimes even that you can be like, that was kind of offensive. Really? Why? Why do you think so? So now we can connect on a deeper level, and now we're going below the surface. And I think that's the people afraid to go below the surface because a lot of people they stay where it's safe and don't want to show any sign of vulnerability. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be corrected. I think it's how the conversation goes, which is another way of everybody does not know how to engage in effective communication of having a conversation, especially when it's get to know somebody. And I think those are like, to me, those are the best ones and have you have a deeper connection. Everything don't always have to be bullshit.
You know what? like I always talk about my daughter's mother. I always give the props to. That's what made me and her so great. And even now, she's married, but we still converse because when I met her, she's 5'11", she was like 220 at the time. So she's pretty hefty. And a lot of guys wouldn't deal with her because of her size. She was so tall and so big. And they would think she was, gay or whatever. But she was about as feminine as they come. But because of her size, her intimidating size, guys would shy away from her. So I knew her through somebody else. She came at me, which kind of surprised me because I'm 10 years her senior. But she came, more like 12 years. She came at me. And when I talked to her, she wasn't highly intelligent. And and the way I want to I put it, you could tell she had deficiencies. She wasn't slow. She just never been anywhere. But when I talked to her, she was smart, real book smart. That she just didn't know nothing going on, outside of where she lived because she's never been nowhere.
She was green.
Yeah. But when we talked, she was able, we would lay in bed and talk for 2-3 hours, just talking. And we like, damn, sun getting ready to come up. Because we both worked third shift when we got together. But beforehand, we talk on the phone 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we wouldn't just sit on the phone. We would talk. She come over to my house, talk. And she said, boy, I got you to talk because I wouldn't talk. Because I wasn't much of a talker. But I said, yeah. I said, because you got something to talk about. If you ain't got nothing to talk about, I won't say nothing. I'll just sit there and look stupid. Like, okay, whatever. And even now, of course, when her husband's not home, she'll call me and we'll talk 2 or 3 hours, and we're not talking anything crazy, nothing like that. But we talk, and I think like you said, people are afraid to peel them layers off and get dirty. They want to be in that safe zone. But it's good to get out of that safe zone sometimes because you get to see what else is out there. Then you know how to react to certain things. You got to have those conversations where you don't agree. You have to have them. And I think with today's society, it's bad because people are so locked into this highly sensitive mentality to where they don't want to talk about things. And when you talk about it, they feel like that's offensive. That's offensive. So what's so offensive? Because we don't agree? And that's another thing that we've gotten away from to where we don't like constructive criticism. We don't like to be wrong. Like it's okay to be wrong because that's how you learn. But they don't want to be wrong. Everyone wants validation. They're like, I don't want validation. I just want the truth. I ain't gotta be validated. I just want the truth. Like you said, stop being scared. It's tough, but I hate talking. But if someone wants to talk, I'm like, yo, okay, what about this? I'll just throw a subject out there.
I don't like texting. I'd rather talk. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I rather talk face to face.
Right.
Then on the phone, I suck. I suck on the phone. I'm not gonna lie. Now, face to face, I could talk to somebody. I could text somebody. But on the phone, I
think it depends on the person. Some people be irky over the phone, but then you have some people who are actually. I think if a person is a good conversationalist, that phone conversation can be just as intense. That make me look forward to the conversation that I'm going to have with you in person. And I think that's different. Everybody, it depends. Face to face is always good because you get to see those the gestures and things like that. I think that's also the beauty of like video, talking, depending on where the person is. But I really don't like texting.
Like me and my late wife, and I can always keep saying this. The time we were together, we never sent each other a text. If we did anything other than so that's talking to me. Nah, I don't. I really don't like talking on the phone. I'm not good at it.
He don't, because he rushes me off the phone and I be trying to talk business. He be like, all right. I be like, wait a minute.
But I could talk face to face though. Like with me and her, we never text each other. We never sent a text. We handwrote because we said we want to be traditional. We handwrote everything down on paper and we would write letters to each other.
Justin, can I have 5 more minutes somewhere? I want 5. Please.
Yeah. I could text that, like you said, I could text my ass off.
He said, so Matrix says she likes texting because you can express yourself more.
I agree.
But this is the thing with me with that.
Well, not more, but
I think some people are comfortable because you can type it. But my thing is depending on what it is, tell
Mhm.
me. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when it comes to self-expression, when
Mhm.
people text, it can be mistaken or taken the wrong way in the wrong
Yeah.
context. So
Yeah.
sometimes I need to hear your voice to see exactly how you're saying it. Because if I
Yeah.
respond to what I think you said,
Yeah.
then I might be like, I know you lying. So I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, don't shy away from the conversations. When people do that with me, it's because they're afraid to talk to me about something. And then when I respond in a way that I think it was meant to be, or I try to read things and how people talk,
You
right?
know what?
So if I respond and then you get mad, and I'm like, well, next time just call me and tell me. But that could be your safe zone. But I think it depends on who it is and what you're trying to get off what you're trying to express.
I agree with you, and I agree with Matrix.
Yeah.
What I agree with Matrix about, like, if I really want to get like I just want, yeah, that's why she, like, if I really want to get suppose I want to express my feelings towards somebody, like I really want to tell this person how I dig this. I mean, like, yeah, like Matrix, that's my
Yeah.
safe zone too. If I really want to express how I feel about a person, um, like if I want to see this, I would love, like I can't tell a person, I can, but it's hard for me to walk up to a person and be like, yo, I love you. It's hard. To
Really?
be honest with you, it's hard. Now, if someone says, tell me how you really feel, and they want me to text you, I'll text them something to make them run to. They'll walk from freaking Maine all the way here. Because I can see, I'm so used to writing letters. I could write a letter to somebody and express my emotions, but like better than I can say it. Like my family, for years, I wouldn't even tell my family I love them face to face until about maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years
I
ago.
do that because my family not like that. They
It's
never was
hard.
like the emotional type. But I used to write poetry, so
That's
writing
what I'm
it comes
saying.
good. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. For me, I would
Yeah,
rather hear certain things because
yeah.
then it's like, okay, you just texted to me, and then when I see you, you still can't tell me. That's a problem because
That's
it's
what I said.
already out there. Just tell me.
That's why I agree with both of you. I agree with Matrix and you. I agree with you 100%. But same with Matrix. With me, I can express, like, if you say, write me a letter and tell me how you feel, I'll write you a letter to where you put that on Facebook and tell people this is how you write a letter to somebody. I'll write you a freaking letter that they'll make a movie out of that shit. That's
Yeah,
how it's with texting.
I'm a
Now,
beast
if
with
you say
writing.
tell it in your face, I'd be like, well, that's when the New Yorker come out of me. I'd be like, yo, nah, you know what I mean? That's when I can't. That's when New York come out of me, like, yo, dead ass. I can't do it. But I'll text you. I'll text you once you be like, man, I love this nigga. I mean, I'm just on
Maybe
the phone.
because
I
I
can't.
wasn't always an expressive person where I would talk because I was really like
Yeah,
quiet. Yes, I was.
that's
But I think when I began to come out my shell again, like I said, I used to, but part of my expression of my feelings, I would write into like poetry or I would journal
Matrix.
a
I'm
lot
from
when
New
I was
York.
younger. So, she's like I said from New York. So I think for me, it was more so the more um I realized it's okay to say certain things or be able to, and the more I was put in situations where I had to be expressive. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
And I think I prefer it more because it leaves less to the imagination. People don't have to wonder what I think or a lot of things that happen. So now I think I just pride myself on that because I never want to mistake something or not know
yeah,
when you could just tell me. And that's why I try to leave that open door for people to talk to me. It's up to you whether you want to walk through it.
yeah,
But you got
yeah.
anything else before we close? I don't want to take out all the time because I kind of want to tell people about next week.
Nah, do you think?
Hmm. Okay, so this was great. You got y'all was off the chain in the comment section. To those who are listening, thank you for tuning in. Next week we are going to be talking about real estate, everything real estate,
Oh
and
yeah.
the special part is Part of the Ham Radio family, the Real Estate Podcast, will be joining us, Al Davis and Melvin Dickens. Mel's been on the show before, but Al, I don't think Al has. He's been in the comment section a couple of times, but not really on the show. So we're going to just talk about some things about how to get into real estate, how much money you may need to buy property. We're going to talk about things like shell properties, wholesaling, things like that. The things that they do daily, and they are like a beast with it. So we want to just, pick their brains and everything next week. Thank you, Talia. Tonight was lit. And after that, it'll be lit again because I think we're doing a Q&A after that. But also, don't forget, please support Robert J. Moore and his cast for the play that he wrote and produced. Are You Marriage Material, coming to Baltimore, Maryland at the Arena Players, July 29th and 30th and July 30th. Tickets are general admission $35, VIP $45. You can go to Robert J. Moore. That's ROBERTJMOORENT.com and purchase your tickets. I'm gonna be there, so y'all should be there too.
I got a question before we head off.
Mhm.
My mother, when she lived in Baltimore, she lived there for a couple of years. She stayed on McCullough Street over there near Booker T. What does that street look like now?
Baltimore.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not as ran down as most of the streets that's boarded up.
Because she stayed she stayed right there. She stayed like right there.
And Ham Radio gonna be in the building, so y'all can meet the team.
She stayed like literally right across the street from Booker T.
Matrix said it's a mess. I mean, you got your people hanging out. It's boardable, but it's not boarded up like if you go like a Park Heights or something. Every house is boarded up, and then you got that one house that's sitting on the block in the cut. Yeah.
But it was a chick that lived there named Claracina Shepherd. She was
Claracina
Shepherd. Yeah, she was bad. She still. I mean, I'm talking like she passed away. She was bad.
I'm sorry.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
I was saying it like she passed away. No, she didn't pass away.
I don't like her name though.
I think I was like 12, 13 years. I had a crush on her. She knew it too. But
Was she older? Because
she got to be in.
Her real name was Claracina, or that's
Clarence, but Clarencina. Yeah, Shepherd.
Oh, she was named after her mom and dad.
Yeah. She lived there. I think she's still in Baltimore. I talked to her like 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. I told her
if I ever run into, I'm like, I know you know Boscoe because ain't nobody else with that name. I'm Claracina.
Yeah, Claracina Shepherd. That's her name. Claracina. She's pretty as hell too, though. I ain't gonna lie. But she gotta be like 50 now, 50, 52.
Oh, she probably is. Most people with fucked up names be gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm quite sure she is. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Again, go purchase your tickets. RobertJMooreENT.com. Also, next week, tune in at 6 o'clock because, of course, y'all gotta check out Boscoe for his mix show from 6 to 8 on hamradio.org.
I'm doing R&B next week, classic R&B next week.
It'll be lit. And then immediately after at 8 o'clock, we'll be on the Casual Convo show, and we'll be talking about real estate, and we will have guests Al Davis and Melvin Dickens.
Yup.
Thank y'all. Of course, we love you guys. See you next week.
Peace.